Welcome back to Science in Sleeping, a space where science and serenity meet, where the stars become soft whispers, and learning slowly turns into dreaming tonight. We're drifting far beyond our familiar skies, beyond the light of our own sun, into the quiet, endless space between the stars, because tonight we follow the mysterious traveler known as Three-Eye Atlas, a wanderer from another world, a fragment of a story billions of years old. As you listen, I hope this story gently guides you toward rest. Maybe you'll drift off somewhere in the middle, or maybe you'll stay awake a little longer, curious about the vastness we share above our heads. Either way, it's okay. This time is for you, a time to unwind, to listen softly, and to remember that it's enough just to be here. Before we begin our journey through the stars, take a deep breath in and let it out slowly. Feel your shoulders drop just a little. Let your jaw unclench. Let your thoughts drift. There's nothing to solve, nothing to fix, just gentle sound, soft light, and quiet wonder. I'd love to know where you're watching from tonight. Maybe it's late, sometime between 9 and 2. Maybe you've had a long day filled with meetings, messages, and noise. Maybe you're lying in bed now, with your phone glowing softly beside you. Or maybe you're listening through headphones, eyes already half closed. Wherever you are, you're part of a quiet community, a group of dreamers and thinkers who find comfort in the gentle rhythm of science, told slowly. You don't have to remember any of this. You don't have to stay awake for the end. In fact, I hope you don't. I hope the sound of these words slowly blurs into your dreams, like stars fading into morning light. So let's begin. Let's drift back in time, to a moment when our solar system was young and wild, to when fragments of ice, rock, and mystery first began to orbit our newborn sun, because somewhere out there, beyond the reach of our planets, something else was forming, something that would one day cross the boundaries of many worlds and find its way into ours. This is the story of Three-Eye Atlas, an interstellar traveler, a visitor from another star system, one that journeyed across the silent sea between suns, carrying with it the memory of a place we'll never see. As you listen, let your breathing slow. Let your mind imagine the soft glow of distant stars, the way their light travels for centuries just to reach you, a reminder that even in silence, the universe is always speaking. Now, if you haven't already, make yourself comfortable. Pull your blanket close. Let your hands rest loosely by your sides. Notice the rise and fall of your chest, and feel yourself sinking deeper into the surface beneath you. From here, we'll begin our gentle exploration of what scientists discovered when they first noticed Three-Eye Atlas gliding through the darkness, how it came from beyond the sun's pull, how its path curved, not from our planets, but from somewhere much, much farther away. A mystery born in the quiet cold between galaxies. And tonight, we'll unravel it, slowly, softly, like tracing constellations on a velvet sky, together, beneath the hush of night. So settle in, the story begins now. And whether you dream or listen, you're exactly where you're meant to be, floating quietly through the infinite calm of space, with only the stars, your thoughts, and the whisper of sleep. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to drift across the endless dark between the stars? to glide silently where no human eye has ever wandered, where time seems to stretch and fold like a soft blanket over the cosmos. Imagine for a moment a traveler from beyond our solar system, drifting for millions of years, carrying the secrets of distant suns and forgotten planets. What stories would it tell if it could speak? And how would it change the way we see ourselves in the vastness around us? Tonight, we follow that traveler, known to astronomers as 3-Eye Atlas, and we do so not to worry, but to wander gently through wonder and curiosity. Picture yourself standing on a quiet hill under the night sky, the grass soft beneath your fingers, the cool air brushing against your skin. Above you, stars shimmer faintly, each one a sun like ours. Some with worlds you cannot imagine. You tilt your head, noticing a faint trail of light moving differently than the rest, tracing a path that does not belong to our solar system. The universe feels intimate here, as if you can almost reach out and touch the cold, distant fire of those distant suns, and in that calm, a sense of connection seeps into your bones, reminding you that even in silence, you are part of the story unfolding. Scientists first noticed 3-Eye Atlas not with the naked eye, but through careful observation using telescopes that scan the sky night after night. It appeared suddenly, moving fast, tracing a curved path unlike anything previously seen within our solar system. Imagine a tiny fragment of ice and rock hurtling through the void for millions of years, untouched by human hands, untouched by the warmth of any familiar sun. Astronomers studied its trajectory, comparing it to known comets and asteroids, and quickly realized it was different. It came from outside the solar system entirely, a cosmic interloper whispering tales of distant worlds. The journey of 3-Eye Atlas began long before the Earth even existed, born from the remnants of a star that exploded or a planet that disintegrated, its icy surface carrying atoms formed in ancient furnaces of other suns. Did you know that some of the atoms in 3-Eye Atlas might have originated billions of years ago, long before life began on Earth? Floating freely across the galaxy, eventually, it wandered into our neighborhood, passing through the quiet dance of planets and moons, its motion unaffected by the pull of any single star. A gentle reminder of how vast and unbound the universe truly is. As we observe 3-Eye Atlas, we learn more than just its trajectory. We learn about the mechanics of gravity, the subtle tugs of unseen stars, and the invisible threads connecting every object in the galaxy. Scientists use these observations to refine our understanding of the cosmos, building models that show how stars, planets, and asteroids interact over eons. Metaphorically, 3-Eye Atlas is like a message in a bottle, drifting across the ocean of space, carrying chemical letters that tell the story of creation. If we could hold it, we would be holding a fragment of another world, a piece of the universe's memory. And just like the night sky above us, it teaches patience and awe. For its journey reminds us that not all things happen quickly, and not all mysteries are meant to be solved immediately. Some are meant to be experienced gently, in the quiet hours, as the mind softens and dreams begin. In reflecting on 3-Eye, consider the metaphor it brings to our lives. We are travelers too, moving through the days and nights of our existence, encountering strangers, ideas, and experiences that drift into our orbit. Some are fleeting, some linger, yet each shapes the path we take, just as the comet carries atoms from distant stars. We carry stories, memories, and fragments of others within us. Invisible threads connect us all, stretching across time and space. And in that reflection, there is comfort, for though the universe is vast and sometimes overwhelming, there is beauty in being small and quiet, in letting the unknown pass gently through your awareness, allowing awe to soften the edges of stress and anxiety. There is a gentle reassurance in knowing that even the most distant object, traveling billions of miles, finds its place in the tapestry of existence. As you lie here listening, let your thoughts drift with 3i Atlas. Imagine following its path through space, feeling weightless, moving slowly past stars and planets, letting the soft, infinite darkness envelop you like a cocoon. Notice how calm the universe feels, how everything moves with quiet purpose, and let that rhythm seep into your body, your heartbeat slowing, your breath deepening. The story of 3i Atlas is not just a story of science, but a lullaby of the cosmos, reminding you that you are part of something much larger, and that, in this vastness, you are never truly alone. Soon, we will move on to explore the chemical makeup of 3i Atlas, the delicate layers of ice and dust that hold clues to distant suns. But for now, rest here in the quiet, letting the stars above you illuminate the inner universe within yourself. Gently, we transition forward, carrying the calm curiosity of discovery with us, drifting ever onward, ready to see what secrets lie beneath the surface of this mysterious interstellar traveler. Have you ever wondered what it might feel like to follow a visitor from another star system as it slips silently through the cosmic ocean? A traveler older than our Earth, older than our Sun, a wanderer born in a place far beyond the reach of human imagination. Perhaps tonight you can imagine tracing its path, floating beside it, past clouds of icy dust and remnants of ancient explosions, its motion slow and deliberate, almost like a heartbeat in the vast quiet of space. What secrets could it carry? And what whispers of creation might reach us if we only pause long enough to listen? Picture yourself on the edge of a cliff on an alien world, the ground beneath you soft and cold, covered in fine silvery dust. A faint aurora dances across the sky, the colors unlike anything we have on Earth, rippling and folding like liquid silk. The stars above seem closer here, almost tangible, and among them, a small, bright object moves differently, cutting a subtle path across the expanse. Its motion deliberate yet mysterious. You can feel its presence, not just with your eyes, but in the quiet resonance of your mind, as if the universe itself is breathing softly around you, reminding you that this moment, this observation, is a gift, delicate and fleeting. When astronomers first noticed 3i Atlas, it was almost like catching a glimpse of a phantom, fleeting and unusual. Its trajectory did not align with any comet or asteroid within our solar system, and its speed was unlike anything they had catalogued before. Imagine tiny sensors and powerful telescopes tracing the object's path, calculating minute details of its motion, revealing a trajectory that suggested it had entered our solar system from interstellar space. traveling for millions of years across the dark void, completely untouched by the warmth of our sun. Its surface, a mix of ice, dust, and rock, carried chemical signatures from distant stars, perhaps even remnants of planets that no longer exist. A cosmic storybook written in matter, waiting for someone patient enough to read it. Did you know that the atoms in 3I Atlas may have formed billions of years ago in the core of a star that exploded long before the Earth existed, and that those same atoms might now be drifting quietly past our own planet, invisible to our senses, yet part of the same universe we inhabit? Astronomers worked carefully, almost reverently, to learn everything they could, observing it night after night, charting its course, noting how its path curved under the subtle gravitational influences of our sun and planets, yet never captured by them, like a ghost moving through the solar system. Untouched and free, its speed, trajectory, and composition all told a story of immense patience, of a journey that had begun far beyond our ability to see, a journey uninterrupted for millions of years, and still moving with quiet purpose. This object, silent and ancient, reminded humanity of how small and fleeting our own lives are, and yet how connected we are to the cosmic story unfolding around us. As you imagine drifting alongside 3I Atlas, picture the universe stretching infinitely around you, stars distant yet warm in their glow, nebulae rippling in slow waves, a silent symphony of color and light. Every detail of this object, its icy surface, its subtle rotation, the faint dust that trails behind it, becomes a symbol of endurance, of a journey that refuses to stop. You might feel a sense of suspense, a curiosity that tingles in your chest, wondering what this traveler has witnessed, what places it has seen, what cosmic collisions, quiet formations, or lost worlds it has brushed past. Each calculation by a telescope, each tiny shift in its path, reveals more about the universe than it does about the object itself. For in following 3I Atlas, we are really following the whispers of the cosmos, learning to listen to the patient rhythm of stars and planets. In reflecting on this mysterious interstellar visitor, imagine the poetry of its journey, a path that winds across millions of miles, untouched by human hands, yet carrying within it the echoes of events from eons ago. A collision of stars, a fragment of a destroyed planet, the slow drift of dust through space, all these have combined to create something that now visits our neighborhood. A reminder that the universe is always in motion, always telling stories, if we only slow down to hear them. And as you drift with these thoughts, feel your mind ease into the rhythm of cosmic time, letting go of the noise and stress of daily life, allowing curiosity and awe to gently replace tension. The suspense of this discovery, the mystery of its origin, becomes not anxiety, but a lullaby of wonder, soft and comforting in its vastness. Now, if you can, let your thoughts merge with the path of 3I Atlas, imagining gliding past planets, clouds of gas, and glittering asteroid belts, moving quietly, observing but not interfering, learning the calm patience of the universe. Its journey teaches us that movement does not always require urgency, that even across millions of miles, across billions of years, there is a rhythm to all things, and that we too can find peace in following our own gentle paths. Each observation, each discovery, each moment of quiet reflection is a step into the larger story, and as we listen to it unfold, our own minds begin to settle, slow, and rest. Soon, we will move on to explore what 3i Atlas might tell us about the formation of planets in other star systems, the secrets hidden in its icy surface, and the whispers of chemical history it carries. But for now, allow yourself to linger here, in this quiet space, floating alongside an interstellar wanderer, feeling the calm, the suspense, and the gentle awe of being part of something so much larger than yourself. The universe is patient, 3i Atlas is patient, and tonight, you can be patient too, as the stars above guide you into a deeper, more restful state. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to hold a fragment of another world in your mind, to imagine its icy surface and rough edges drifting silently through space for millions of years, untouched by our sun, untouched by our seasons, yet now, somehow, gliding past our own planets, brushing past the edges of our awareness? Perhaps tonight, as you listen, you can follow along, imagining every crevice, every frozen fragment of dust, every subtle reflection of distant starlight. What secrets are encoded in those layers, and how might they illuminate the story of worlds far beyond our imagination? Picture yourself floating just above the surface of 3i Atlas, feeling weightless, as if the vacuum of space itself has wrapped you in a gentle embrace. The surface glimmers faintly, reflecting distant suns you cannot see with the naked eye. Tiny cracks run like rivers, frozen in time, and minute particles of dust drift lazily into the void. Each fragment tells a story, a chemical autobiography written in the language of hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, and more exotic atoms forged in stars that died long before our Earth existed. You might sense the immense age of this traveler, the patience of a journey that spans more time than any human mind can truly grasp. And yet, in that awareness, there is comfort, a reminder that the universe moves on, slowly, deliberately, and with quiet purpose. Scientists have studied 3i Atlas with instruments that measure the faintest of light and the tiniest shifts in motion. Each observation reveals something remarkable, a surface mottled with dark material, likely carbon-rich compounds interspersed with icy regions that may have once held water. Perhaps these waters, frozen and trapped for billions of years, carry chemical signatures from distant planets, perhaps even the building blocks of life, drifting unhurriedly across the cosmic ocean. Did you know that studying such interstellar visitors allows us to peek into environments completely alien to our solar system? Environments where stars, planets, and dust clouds collided and merged in ways we can barely imagine. And yet, here is this fragment, carrying those stories gently to us. Imagine standing in a quiet room with only the faint hum of machines and the soft glow of computer screens, watching the data pour in, watching the path of this ancient traveler curve subtly as it is tugged by the sun's gravity, but not captured, not stopped, just nudged ever so slightly. Each number, each calculation, is a whisper from the cosmos, a hint of motion, a clue about its origin. You might feel suspense building as astronomers puzzle over the tiniest anomalies, wondering if this is a piece of an exploded planet, a fragment of a distant comet, or something entirely unknown. And that suspense is not alarming, but mesmerizing, because it reminds us how much there is still to learn, how vast the universe is, and how fortunate we are to witness even a fleeting brush with something so extraordinary. As you drift with 3i Atlas in your mind, notice the textures of its surface, the way light reflects and bends over its icy plains, the slow rotation that gives it a rhythm, almost like a heartbeat in the cold silence of space. Imagine tiny particles evaporating from its surface as it nears the sun, forming a subtle coma, a ghostly halo that trails behind it, hinting at the dynamic life of a body that has been frozen and still alive for eons. You might feel a sense of suspense again, wondering what this silent wanderer has witnessed in its journey, what collisions or near misses it has experienced, what stories are embedded in its very atoms. And as you wonder, allow yourself to feel a gentle awe, a comfort in the mystery rather than a need to solve it. Reflect for a moment on the poetry of its journey. A traveler that predates humanity itself, now crossing the quiet spaces near Earth, touching our solar system in the softest of ways. And consider how this mirrors your own life, your own journey, moving through moments, carrying experiences, memories, and lessons like frozen particles embedded in your consciousness. Some days you drift past challenges without noticing them. Some days you collide gently with unexpected events, yet you continue, just as 3i Atlas continues, patiently and deliberately. Its path is a meditation in motion, a reminder that even across billions of miles, there is beauty in persistence, there is calm in motion, there is wonder in the unknown. Now, imagine yourself slowly retreating from its surface, floating just beyond its reach, watching it glide past planets and asteroids, past the sun and the quiet spaces in between. Its motion is both deliberate and unpredictable, a delicate dance choreographed by the universe itself. And in this moment, you feel the calm suspense of anticipation, the gentle thrill of mystery, and the soothing awareness that all is well in this vast, silent cosmos. You are safe here, floating alongside, absorbing the lessons of patience, resilience, and quiet curiosity, allowing the mind to rest, letting imagination and intellect coexist in a state of serene engagement. Soon, we will explore the possibility of what 3i Atlas might reveal about other planetary systems, the chemical traces that hint at alien oceans, and perhaps even the distant stars that once nurtured it. But for now, linger here in the gentle motion of the universe, drifting alongside an interstellar visitor, feeling its age, its beauty, and its mystery seep softly into your thoughts. Let your breath match its glide, slow and calm. Let your mind marvel quietly, letting suspense and curiosity become a soothing lullaby, guiding you gently toward rest. Have you ever wondered where something like 3i Atlas might have begun its journey? Long before it drifted near our sun, long before the Earth even existed. Imagine it forming in a distant star system, a cold, silent fragment cast off from planets or asteroids, moving slowly at first, then gaining momentum over eons. What might it have seen as it traversed the void, silently, patiently, across the dark ocean of interstellar space? Tonight, as you listen, imagine following it on this unimaginable journey, feeling the slow suspense of time stretching across billions of years. Picture yourself floating just beyond a distant star, the light faint and golden, filtered through clouds of cosmic dust. Here, in a young planetary system, 3I Atlas may have been born. Small pieces of ice and rock colliding gently, sticking together in the gravity of a newborn sun. Perhaps nearby planets were forming. Molten and fiery, perhaps comets danced around. Playful and bright, yet 3I Atlas, fragile and patient, drifted away. Nudged by unseen forces, cast outward toward the empty depths of space. You can almost feel its slow, deliberate motion. The delicate balance between gravity pulling it back and the momentum pushing it forward. And in that sensation, a calm awe takes hold, reminding you of the immense patience of the universe. Astronomers have pieced together clues about its origins by studying its speed, trajectory, and chemical composition. Each tiny measurement hints at a story billions of years in the making. Atoms of oxygen and carbon, frozen and trapped, whisper of suns that exploded long before life appeared on Earth. Some dust grains may have once been part of an alien planet's surface, millions of miles across, shattered by collisions or gravitational tugs. Did you know that every atom in 3I Atlas has likely journeyed further than any human could ever imagine, traveling through the cold, empty stretches between stars, yet now arriving gently into the neighborhood of our solar system, ready to share its story? Imagine tracing its path as it leaves the warmth of its birth system, slowly spiraling into the dark, surrounded by the soft glimmer of distant suns, the faint glow of nebulae, and the occasional meteor streaking by. Its journey is long, almost inconceivable, yet it moves with a rhythm that is precise, delicate, and patient. There is suspense here, not because it is dangerous, but because of the unknown, the questions that hang silently in space. What did it pass along the way? Did it brush past a distant planet, or glide through the remnants of a dead solar system? Did it carry traces of life's building blocks across the stars, secret messages in ice and dust, waiting for a patient observer? As you float alongside in your mind, notice how small and fragile it seems, yet how resilient, how it has survived collisions, gravitational tugs, and the cold emptiness of interstellar space. There is something hypnotic in its persistence, a gentle reminder that even the smallest traveler can traverse unimaginable distances, and that patience and resilience are quiet forms of strength. Your mind can drift with it, softening the edges of your own thoughts, letting the suspense of cosmic mystery become a gentle lullaby, a calm excitement that does not jolt but soothes, a reminder that curiosity and calm can coexist. Reflect on the vastness of time and space it has experienced. Billions of years stretching out before it, countless cosmic events unfolding silently around it. A nearby supernova may have sent a wave of particles past it. An asteroid belt may have nudged it slightly off course, yet it continued, persistent and unhurried. There is something comforting in this, a reassurance that even across the enormity of the cosmos, movement continues, progress is inevitable, and mysteries exist not to frighten us, but to inspire gentle wonder. Now, imagine drawing closer as it approaches our solar system, the distant sun's light slowly growing brighter, planets appearing on the periphery, the faint gravitational pull of Jupiter and Saturn beginning to whisper at its trajectory. The suspense builds softly, like the hush before waves lap against a quiet shore. Nothing rushes, yet the story unfolds inexorably, each movement meaningful, each calculation precise, and all the while, the first atlas glides forward, unaware of the human eyes waiting to witness its journey. Its presence reminds us that there are stories happening constantly beyond our perception, and that slowing down to observe them is a kind of meditation in itself. As you lie here, breathing softly, following this traveler through imagination, consider the poetry of such a journey, a fragment of rock and ice crossing the void for billions of years, witnessing the birth and death of distant stars, untouched by the chaos of human life, yet now, gently brushing past our neighborhood, its path a lullaby of patience and persistence, its icy surface a metaphor for endurance and quiet beauty, the suspense of waiting, of wondering what it has seen and what it carries, becomes part of the calm, a soft rhythm that settles your thoughts, allowing your mind to drift slowly toward rest. Soon we will explore its passage through the outer solar system, how it interacts with our planets, and what scientists are discovering about its composition. But for now, linger in this vast expanse, floating alongside a traveler older than time itself, feeling the gentle suspense, the awe, and the calm that comes from witnessing something so quietly extraordinary. Let your breath match the rhythm of its glide, slow and steady, and allow your mind to absorb the quiet mystery of the cosmos. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to witness something ancient glide silently into your own neighborhood? Something that has traveled for millions, even billions, of years across the cold emptiness of space. Imagine a fragment of another world, untouched by our sun, carrying the faintest whispers of distant planets, and now approaching the very system we call home. What stories does it bring, and what mysteries are hidden in the quiet motion of its icy, rocky surface? Tonight, let yourself drift alongside this cosmic traveler, feeling the suspense of its arrival and the calm awe of witnessing something truly extraordinary. The suspense becomes soothing, a gentle thread weaving your mind into the narrative of the universe, reminding you that curiosity and relaxation can coexist harmoniously. Soon, we will explore the mysteries of its chemical composition in more detail, the subtle clues hidden in its icy surface, and what these may reveal about planets around distant stars. But for now, linger here, floating in the quiet suspense of its closest approach, feeling the gentle thrill of cosmic discovery, the soft awe of observing something ancient and patient, and allowing your thoughts to settle like stardust, drifting slowly toward rest. Let your breath and imagination flow with the rhythm of 3-eye Atlas, slow, calm, and unhurried, as we continue this journey through space, time, and gentle wonder. Have you ever wondered what secrets a traveler from another star system might carry hidden within its icy surface? What whispers of distant suns and forgotten planets it might share? Imagine 3-eye Atlas gliding silently through the void, billions of miles from Earth, untouched for millions of years, yet slowly revealing clues about its origin as sunlight begins to caress its surface. What molecules lie trapped within its ice? What history is encoded in the frozen dust? And how can we, from our quiet observation here, begin to understand the story it tells? Picture yourself floating just above the faint glowing halo that surrounds it. The coma formed as tiny amounts of ice sublimate in the sun's warmth. Delicate wisps stretching behind it like a ghostly veil, soft and shimmering against the darkness. The dust glimmers faintly, reflecting distant starlight, and you notice subtle changes in its rotation, a slow spin that hints at past collisions, as though this interstellar traveler carries the memory of a universe older than our imagination. You can feel the suspense in every detail, each subtle change whispering secrets we are only beginning to understand. Scientists study these patterns with meticulous care, observing the way sunlight interacts with the surface, measuring tiny variations in brightness, analyzing spectra of the faint gases released. Each detail provides hints about its composition, about the environments it has traversed, about the chemical fingerprints of stars long gone. Did you know that 3I Atlas may contain carbon compounds, water, ice, and perhaps traces of organic molecules, forming a kind of interstellar message, written over eons, now reaching our neighborhood? Each measurement, each faint observation, is a note in this silent cosmic symphony, inviting awe and gentle curiosity. Imagine drifting closer in your mind, observing the tiny jets of gas that erupt sporadically from its surface, faint and irregular, yet mesmerizing in their motion. They tell of internal processes, slow reactions preserved in the icy interior, hints of heat long forgotten, subtle evidence of the object's journey through space and the encounters it has had along the way. The suspense here is almost tangible, a quiet thrill of discovery that does not startle, but draws you deeper into the calm fascination of the universe, inviting your imagination to explore without urgency. Consider the poetic nature of these chemical interactions, how sunlight can transform a frozen, inert surface into a delicate display of motion, how the smallest particles released carry the history of distant stars, perhaps even clues about planetary formation far beyond our solar system. You might feel a soft sense of awe as you imagine these ancient molecules, atoms forged in faraway suns, drifting quietly into space for billions of years, only to meet our telescopes and our minds tonight. The suspense is gentle but persistent, a reminder that the universe holds wonders far beyond what we can perceive, and that patient observation can reveal mysteries in the quietest of ways. Now, imagine the spin of 3I Atlas slowly shifting as it passes closer to the inner solar system, affected subtly by the sun's warmth, by gravitational nudges from planets, its icy jets producing tiny thrusts that alter its path just enough to create delicate curves. Its motion is both predictable and mysterious, a rhythm that is hypnotic to follow. You can feel your own heartbeat slowing as you float alongside, absorbing the calm suspense of this ancient object's movements, understanding that patience and observation are part of the meditation of the cosmos. As you drift in this quiet moment, reflect on the age of 3I Atlas, the immensity of its journey, and the poetic beauty of its chemical whispers. How tiny molecules formed in ancient stars may now be revealing secrets about other planetary systems, about the building blocks of worlds far beyond our own. There is something profoundly soothing in this realization, that the universe communicates softly, patiently, that discovery is not a race but a gentle unfolding, a story revealed slowly to those who are willing to wait and observe. The suspense, the mystery, becomes a form of calm meditation, a lullaby of curiosity and awe. Picture yourself drifting even farther back, observing its delicate tail stretching away from the sun, the faint stream of dust and ice particles glowing softly. Each particle is a tiny historian, carrying within it clues about its long voyage, collisions, near misses with planets or asteroids, perhaps even the remnants of a distant planetary system that no longer exists. You might feel a gentle thrill imagining these cosmic stories. Yet instead of excitement, your mind softens, embracing the quiet suspense, letting wonder replace tension, letting curiosity lull you gently toward rest. Soon, we will explore what 3IATLAS's chemical composition might tell us about alien worlds, the possibility of distant oceans, and what this silent traveler reveals about the origins of planets far beyond our sun. But for now, linger here, drifting alongside it, following its motion, feeling the hypnotic calm of observing a traveler older than humanity itself. Let the suspense settle softly in your mind, like starlight stretching across the night sky. Each detail a gentle invitation to rest, breathe slowly, and float peacefully with the rhythm of the universe. Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to witness a traveler from another star system, navigating the intricate dance of our solar system, passing gracefully among planets and moons, yet untouched and unhurried? Imagine 3I Atlas, gliding silently through the vast reaches of space, billions of years old, carrying within its icy surface the memory of distant stars, now tracing a path through familiar worlds, yet remaining a mysterious stranger. Tonight, let your imagination drift alongside it, feeling the suspense and calm of following a journey so ancient and delicate. Picture yourself floating just beyond the orbit of Jupiter, its immense gravity a silent presence, exerting gentle nudges on the motion of 3I Atlas, subtly bending its path as it continues through the solar system. You can almost sense the interplay between freedom and influence, the balance between the comet's momentum and the gravitational fields it passes. Each curve of its trajectory is precise yet unpredictable, a delicate cosmic ballet that invites soft wonder and quiet suspense. The planets below seem calm and massive, their own presence a gentle reminder of the forces shaping the traveler's path. Astronomers meticulously observe these interactions, noting how Jupiter's gravity slightly accelerates 3I Atlas, how Saturn's distant pool tugs faintly at its rotation, and how tiny changes in the comet's spin create subtle variations in its motion. Each observation is a clue, a whisper of the universe's mechanics, revealing how even an interstellar wanderer cannot escape the rhythm of gravitational choreography. Did you know that by tracing these minuscule changes, scientists can learn about the comet's mass, shape, and even the distribution of ice and rock across its surface? Each detail adds to a story billions of years in the making, a story you can feel softly in your mind as you follow along. Imagine drifting closer in your mind, feeling the vastness of space around 3I Atlas, the sun illuminating faint details along its icy surface, revealing ridges, cracks, and subtle variations in color. Each small jet of sublimating gas is a gentle hint of the internal chemistry. A tiny nudge that shifts its path ever so slightly. The suspense is hypnotic, not frightening, but mesmerizing, as if the universe itself is playing a quiet game of reveal and conceal, offering glimpses of the unknown while encouraging patience and calm reflection. Consider the poetic beauty of its journey, gliding among planets whose presence shapes its motion without ever stopping it, like a dancer weaving through obstacles with grace. 3. The first atlas responds to forces far larger than itself while maintaining its course, a gentle reminder that even the smallest and most fragile travelers can navigate immense challenges with quiet persistence. You may feel a subtle thrill imagining its path near Mars or the asteroid belt. The gravitational interactions, imperceptible yet profound, and yet your mind remains soft, absorbed in gentle curiosity rather than tension as you float alongside it. Notice how its tail stretches and shifts in response to sunlight, particles streaming away from the surface as sublimation continues, forming a faint, luminous trail. The tail sways slightly as the object rotates, casting tiny shadows in the dark emptiness of space. Each movement a whisper of history, of collisions past, of chemical reactions preserved for eons. This quiet suspense is a lullaby of science, a meditation on the interconnectedness of forces, and a reminder that observation itself can soothe and calm, allowing curiosity and relaxation to coexist in perfect harmony. Picture yourself floating just beyond the orbit of Neptune, the outer planets stretching like sleeping giants beneath you. The sun is distant here, a pale, warm glow that barely illuminates the endless black, and in that darkness, a tiny object moves differently, deliberately, almost as if it knows it is being observed. You notice its faint trail, a slight glow from solar radiation reflecting off its icy surface, and suddenly the vastness of space feels intimate, a quiet stage where time stretches slowly, deliberately, allowing you to follow every curve of its path. Astronomers first detected 3I Atlas using wide-field telescopes, scanning the sky for moving objects, and almost immediately it stood out, not because of brightness, but because of its motion. Unlike comets and asteroids bound to the sun, this object's trajectory suggested a stranger origin, moving too fast to be captured, yet close enough for careful observation. Imagine the suspense in the observatories, scientists adjusting their instruments, tracing calculations over nights, charting every subtle change. Each piece of data like a note in a cosmic melody, hinting at a journey that had begun far beyond our understanding. Its path through the outer solar system is graceful yet complex, nudged gently by the gravity of Jupiter and Saturn, but never trapped, never slowed too much. A subtle dance choreographed by invisible forces. You can almost feel its motion in your mind, gliding past icy moons, tiny fragments of debris, and the soft glow of distant planets. Each moment carries tension, a quiet anticipation, as we wonder what will happen when it passes closer to the inner solar system. Yet the suspense is gentle, hypnotic, a calm reminder that some mysteries are best experienced slowly. Letting awe replace urgency, the composition of 3I Atlas is equally fascinating. Its icy surface hiding tiny grains of rock and dust, carbon-rich compounds that hint at ancient star systems, perhaps even traces of organic molecules that formed around suns long extinguished. Scientists study these details with powerful instruments, trying to decode the story encoded in its frozen layers. Each measurement is like listening for a whisper across a vast ocean. And in imagining this, you may feel a gentle thrill, a suspenseful curiosity that does not disturb, but invites your mind to float along, soft and unhurried. Imagine tracing its trajectory in your mind's eye as it moves past Saturn, its subtle gravitational nudges altering its path slightly, like a dancer moving across a stage with invisible guidance. Then past Jupiter, whose massive gravity tugs faintly, bending its path, yet never capturing it. Its motion is precise, deliberate, and almost poetic, a reminder of the rhythm of the cosmos and of the patience required to truly observe. As you drift alongside it, notice how quiet space feels, the absence of sound replaced by the gentle hum of thought, the soft unfolding of wonder, and the slow, deliberate pace of something ancient moving across eons. Reflect on the suspense of discovery, the human fascination with objects from beyond our solar system, and the beauty of learning to watch patiently, without rushing, without needing immediate answers. Just as 3IATLAS drifts through the solar system, so to do our thoughts and emotions, sometimes moving slowly, sometimes catching the light of awareness. Each observation, each gentle moment of reflection, is part of a cosmic rhythm, inviting calm, inspiring curiosity, and soothing the mind as it prepares for rest. Now, imagine yourself observing 3I Atlas from a distance, floating quietly beyond the orbit of Mars, the planets stretching below. Pale and still, the sun, though much brighter now, does not disturb the calm, only illuminates the quiet motion of this traveler. Each tiny shift in its trajectory hints at ancient interactions, distant encounters, collisions long forgotten, a reminder that everything in the universe has a story, and that observing these stories slowly, gently, can be a kind of meditation. As you breathe slowly, match your rhythm to its motion, inhaling as it glides past Neptune's orbit, exhaling as it curves near Jupiter's pole. The suspense becomes soothing, a gentle anticipation that relaxes rather than excites, a lullaby of curiosity and calm. The universe is patient. 3I Atlas is patient, and tonight you can be patient too, floating in quiet awareness, letting the soft suspense of the unknown cradle your thoughts. Soon we will explore the inner solar system, where the sun's warmth begins to subtly affect its icy surface, and where scientists track its speed and rotation with ever greater detail. But for now, linger here, floating alongside a traveler older than the planets themselves, feeling the gentle thrill of mystery, the calm suspense of cosmic motion, and the soothing realization that you are part of this vast, unfolding story. Let your breath, your thoughts, and your imagination drift softly as 3IATLAS continues its silent journey, moving steadily and gracefully into the heart of our solar system. Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to witness a visitor from beyond our solar system at its closest approach? A traveler that has journeyed for millions of years, silently crossing the vast emptiness of interstellar space. Now imagine following it as it glides past the outer planets, approaching the warmth of our sun, carrying the secrets of distant worlds, and the silent whispers of events that happened long before Earth even formed. Tonight, allow yourself to drift alongside 3i Atlas, feeling both suspense and serenity as it enters a region of the solar system we know, yet still marvelously mysterious. Picture yourself floating just beyond the orbit of Mars, the planets aligned faintly below, the sun illuminating their surfaces softly, and in this quiet light you notice 3i Atlas, moving differently from anything familiar. Its icy surface glints faintly as solar radiation begins to touch it, and tiny particles drift slowly from its edges, forming a delicate halo that almost seems alive, a subtle corona of dust and ice, shimmering like a soft veil against the blackness. The suspense builds quietly as we realize this object, so ancient and patient, is now close enough for scientists to observe in remarkable detail, yet still untouchable, still carrying secrets from distant stars. Astronomers track its motion carefully, noting the tiniest deviations in its path, slight variations in speed, rotation, and brightness. Each piece of data is a puzzle, a whisper of history encoded in frozen dust and rock. Did you know that by measuring these tiny changes, scientists can infer the shape, spin, and even the surface composition of a body millions of miles away, each detail revealing a story of collisions, formation, and the icy memory of distant suns? The suspense comes not from danger, but from the unknown, from the gentle thrill of understanding something entirely alien while it drifts quietly past us. Imagine floating closer in your mind, tracing the contours of its surface, noting the subtle cracks and irregularities, the smooth, icy plains interrupted by rocky protrusions, each feature a record of cosmic events. Perhaps a collision billions of years ago chipped a fragment away, sending it on this journey across the stars. Perhaps chemical reactions, long frozen in ice, tell a story of distant nebulae, exploding stars, and the birth of planets. All of this is happening silently, the vast distances ensuring that nothing disturbs it. And yet we are connected through observation, imagination, and the gentle pulse of curiosity. As 3i Atlas approaches its closest point to the sun, the ice on its surface begins to respond subtly, tiny amounts of sublimation releasing faint wisps of gas, forming a delicate, ghostly tail that stretches slowly behind it. A comet-like transformation, almost imperceptible, yet mesmerizing in its quiet motion. You can almost sense the suspense in this change. A gentle drama played out over millions of miles. A reminder that even the most ancient objects are alive in their own cosmic rhythm, and that every observer, even one lying quietly in bed, can participate in the wonder, reflect on the sheer scale of time involved. Billions of years of silent travel culminating in this brief moment of observation. We are witnessing a journey that began long before Earth existed. A story written in ice, rock, and starlight. A narrative that stretches across space and time. Imagine the faint hum of the universe, a rhythm underlying this movement, and let it resonate softly within you, calming thoughts, slowing your heartbeat, and inviting your mind to drift gently into reflection. There is suspense here, yes, but it is gentle, hypnotic, almost like the slow rise of ocean waves under a night sky, carrying awe and serenity in equal measure. As you float alongside 3i Atlas in your imagination, notice the way it interacts subtly with the planets and solar radiation. Its motion is influenced by invisible forces, yet it remains free, untethered. A delicate balance between gravity and momentum, like a dancer moving across an immense, unseen stage, each step deliberate and precise. You may feel the suspense growing, the thrill of watching something so foreign, yet familiar in the rhythms it follows, and as you do, let that thrill lull your mind rather than excite it, transforming curiosity into calm reflection. Now, imagine yourself drifting back slightly, giving yourself distance to observe the entire scene. The sun casts long, gentle rays across the solar system, illuminating planets, asteroids, and the faint halo around 3i Atlas. Its path is clear, calculated, yet mysterious. And in this quiet observation, you can feel a sense of connection, a realization that you are part of this cosmic story simply by witnessing it. Imagine the tiny gravitational interactions as a symphony of gentle tugs and nudges, each planet contributing to the rhythm without overwhelming the soloist. 3i Atlas moves with patience and precision, its journey uninterrupted despite the subtle influences shaping it. You might feel your own heartbeat synchronizing with its motion, a soft awareness of cosmic rhythm settling into your consciousness, suspending any tension and inviting a calm attentiveness. A sense of quiet awe permeates the mind as you witness the delicate balance of forces in action. Reflect on the scale of time involved, billions of years stretching behind this traveler. And yet the events unfolding now are transient, fleeting, and beautifully precise. Each gravitational interaction, each sublimation of ice, each subtle rotation carries meaning, yet unfolds without urgency, teaching a quiet lesson in patience, perspective, and resilience. As you drift with this understanding, your mind softens, your thoughts slow, and a gentle relaxation spreads, guided by the hypnotic suspense of the interstellar journey. Now, picture yourself floating farther back, observing the full path of 3i Atlas weaving through the outer planets, the sun casting soft rays across the scene, the faint glimmer of its tail stretching into darkness. Its motion seems effortless yet complex, deliberate yet unpredictable, a perfect example of cosmic poetry in motion. You can feel the suspense, not as tension, but as a soft curiosity, a lullaby of awe, guiding your mind gently toward rest and reflection. Soon, we will explore the inner solar system's subtle influences, how closer proximity to the sun begins to transform its icy surface, and what these changes might reveal about the ancient chemistry and the story of distant planetary systems. But for now, linger here, floating alongside this cosmic traveler, feeling the gentle thrill of mystery, the calm of patience, and the hypnotic beauty of forces interacting silently across the vast emptiness of space. Let your breath flow in time with its glide, soft and steady, and allow the universe's quiet rhythm to lull you into deeper relaxation. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to witness a visitor from another star system pass close to the worlds we call home, gliding silently through familiar orbits, yet carrying the mystery of distant suns? Imagine 3i Atlas, a traveler, older than Earth itself, drifting past planets and moons, its icy surface beginning to respond to the sun's warmth, revealing subtle chemical whispers from billions of years of interstellar travel. Tonight, allow yourself to float alongside this mysterious visitor, feeling the gentle suspense, quiet awe, and the soothing rhythm of cosmic motion. Picture yourself floating just beyond the orbit of Earth, watching 3i Atlas approach, its pale, icy surface catching sunlight in soft glimmers. Faint jets of gas forming a delicate halo stretching behind it like a whisper of motion. The planets below seem familiar yet distant, each silently observing this visitor. Jupiter and Saturn tugging gently, Mars and Venus waiting patiently in their orbits, while the Earth itself seems to pause in quiet curiosity. You can feel the suspense building, not like tension, but as a slow, hypnotic wonder. Each moment a soft revelation. Astronomers have trained powerful telescopes on it, noting tiny fluctuations in brightness and rotation, each observation revealing a fragment of its story. Perhaps a collision in a distant star system left a scar along its icy surface. Perhaps radiation from long-dead suns altered its chemical composition, each detail now measurable as it passes our solar neighborhood. Did you know that by analyzing these faint changes, scientists can infer the presence of carbon compounds, silicate dust, and even organic molecules, hints of chemical processes far beyond Earth? Each measurement is like hearing a whisper across the void, drawing you deeper into gentle curiosity. Imagine drifting closer in your mind, tracing the contours of its surface, the subtle cracks, the ridges, the smooth plains of ice interspersed with rocky material. Tiny jets of sublimating gas form soft streams, shifting its path ever so slightly, creating a delicate dance in response to sunlight. The suspense is hypnotic, not alarming, a quiet anticipation as the universe slowly reveals its secrets. And you feel yourself sinking gently into this rhythm, observing without expectation, floating alongside an ancient traveler whose journey is far longer than your mind can comprehend. Consider the poetry of this passage, gliding near Earth and Venus, brushing past the outer edges of Mars, and weaving through gravitational influences that subtly alter its course. Each planet acts like a gentle guide, nudging it, shaping its path, yet never capturing it. Its motion is both free and bound, deliberate, a cosmic dance that invites awe and calm. You may feel a subtle thrill imagining its trajectory, yet instead of excitement, your mind softens, embracing curiosity and gentle reflection. As 3i Atlas nears the inner solar system, notice the changes in its surface, the faint sublimation creating a tail of icy dust streaming behind it in response to sunlight, a slow transformation that is both beautiful and hypnotic. Each tiny particle drifting away tells a story of chemical history, of ancient stellar nurseries, of collisions long ago, and yet this story unfolds silently, allowing you to observe, reflect, and relax. The suspense is like a soft current, guiding your mind along, carrying awe and calm in equal measure. Imagine yourself floating farther back, watching the object pass Earth's orbit, the blue planet shimmering below, fragile and alive. as 3i Atlas glides by silently, ancient and patient, its motion precise yet mysterious. You may notice the faint curve of its trajectory influenced by gravity, the delicate tail stretching behind, the subtle jets of gas forming and fading. Each observation is a gentle reminder of the patience of the universe, the quiet rhythm of forces far beyond our immediate perception, and the hypnotic beauty of motion that does not demand attention, only quiet appreciation. Reflect on the scale of time involved. Billions of years preceding this brief passage near Earth, and yet every detail matters. Each subtle jet, each chemical fingerprint, each tiny rotational change, a whisper of history. You might feel a sense of wonder as you consider how this interstellar traveler has journeyed across the galaxy, interacting with stars, planets, and cosmic dust. Now bringing its story to our solar system, the suspense and mystery are calming, like watching the slow rise and fall of ocean waves under a night sky. Each gentle crest carrying awe and curiosity as you drift alongside in imagination. Notice how the sun's light accentuates details on its surface, highlighting ridges and depressions, revealing faint glimmers of ice. You feel the calm suspense of observing something ancient and patient, a reminder that not all mysteries need solving immediately, and that wonder can be meditative, hypnotic, and deeply relaxing. The quiet thrill of discovery becomes a gentle lullaby, guiding your thoughts toward rest. Curiosity softly mingling with calm reflection. Soon, we will explore the trajectory beyond the inner solar system. How 3i continues its journey into the outer reaches, and what its chemical and physical features can tell us about distant star systems. But for now, linger here, floating alongside a traveler older than Earth, watching its serene glide, absorbing the hypnotic suspense, the calm rhythm, and the quiet awe of being witnessed to a cosmic story billions of years in the making. Let your breath match its motion, soft and steady, allowing the universe's rhythm to guide you into a gentle, reflective state. Have you ever imagined what it would feel like to witness a traveler from beyond, the stars slowly leaving the intimate spaces of our solar system, a visitor older than Earth itself, gliding silently toward the vast emptiness from which it came? Imagine 3i Atlas, its icy surface kissed by sunlight, jets of gas trailing gently behind, moving steadily away from the inner planets, carrying billions of years of interstellar history, and leaving behind subtle traces of its presence. Tonight, allow your mind to drift alongside it, feeling the calm suspense, awe, and hypnotic rhythm of a journey both ancient and ongoing. Picture yourself floating just beyond Mars, watching the object recede, the blue planet slowly fading behind. Jupiter's immense gravity, a distant whisper. Saturn's rings glimmering softly in the sun's light. And you notice how the subtle forces of the solar system guide the interstellar visitor without ever capturing it. Its trajectory is precise yet graceful, a delicate balance between momentum and influence. A silent ballet unfolding over millions of miles, each curve in its path, each gentle spin, creates a quiet suspense that draws your attention, not urgently, but softly, inviting reflection and awe. Astronomers continue to observe 3i Atlas as it drifts outward, noting tiny variations in brightness, subtle changes in rotation, and shifts in the delicate tale of sublimated ice. Each observation is a note in a vast cosmic symphony, revealing traces of its origin, hints of distant star systems, and chemical stories frozen in ice. Did you know that some of the molecules detected on 3I Atlas may have formed around stars that died long before Earth existed? Hints of alien chemistry now reaching us through the patient glide of an interstellar traveler. Each new measurement is a whisper across space and time, inviting curiosity.com and gentle wonder. Imagine floating closer in your mind, watching the faint jets of gas erupt and fade from the surface, each tiny plume shifting its path ever so slightly, creating a subtle dance of motion. You can almost sense the suspense in these changes, the delicate balance of forces acting invisibly yet precisely, and as you observe, your own thoughts begin to slow, your mind softening to the rhythm of cosmic motion. Each detail, from surface cracks to faint trails of dust, is a story frozen in time, unfolding gently in response to the sun's warmth. Consider the poetic beauty of 3IATLAS's departure, gliding past the planets, leaving behind faint trails of particles that will continue to drift through the solar system long after it has gone. Each particle a messenger of ancient stars, each rotation a heartbeat in the rhythm of the universe. You may feel a subtle thrill as you imagine its continuing journey. Yet, instead of excitement, a deep calm settles in, a gentle awareness of cosmic patience and precision. The suspense is hypnotic, a lullaby of curiosity and awe that encourages reflection and relaxation as it drifts farther from Earth. The sun's influence wanes, the icy jets slow, and the tail stretches faintly behind it, a soft ribbon in the darkness of space. You can imagine its course tracing the boundaries of the solar system, passing the orbit of Neptune, gliding past the Kuiper belt, and venturing into the silent expanse beyond. Each moment carries a quiet suspense, the thrill of discovery tempered by serenity, the hypnotic rhythm of motion across millions of miles, a meditation on scale, time, and patience. Reflect on the vastness of this journey, billions of years of motion across galaxies, now continuing beyond the familiar warmth of our sun. The suspense of not knowing exactly where it will go next becomes soothing, a gentle reminder that some mysteries are meant to be observed slowly, without urgency. Let your mind float with the rhythm of its glide, inhaling the calm of space, exhaling the curiosity of discovery. Each subtle motion, each faint detail becomes part of a hypnotic pattern that slows thought, softens tension, and invites restful reflection. Imagine yourself drifting farther back, seeing the solar system shrink below, planets and moons like quiet observers, and 3I Atlas moving steadily outward, the tail fading, the subtle glimmer of its surface catching distant sunlight. You feel the gentle suspense of observing something ancient and patient, a reminder that the universe moves on its own schedule, and that observation itself can be meditative, hypnotic, and deeply soothing. The vastness of space, the precision of motion, and the beauty of its journey combine to create a sense of awe that does not excite but calms. Now, picture the ongoing observations from Earth, telescopes tracking every rotation, measuring subtle changes in brightness, studying the faint traces of gas and dust, each detail contributing to our understanding of interstellar chemistry, planetary formation, and the long history encoded. You may feel a gentle thrill imagining scientists analyzing data, piecing together stories billions of years old, and yet the suspense is soft, not urgent, like a lullaby of knowledge floating slowly across space. Soon, we will explore the interstellar trajectory beyond the solar system, the regions of space where sunlight barely reaches, and the silent journey that will continue for millennia. But for now, linger here, drifting alongside 3I Atlas, absorbing the hypnotic calm of its motion, the gentle suspense of discovery, and the soothing rhythm of its departure. Let your breath follow its glide, slow and steady, and allow your mind to float, gently carried along the path of an interstellar traveler, deeper into relaxation, reflection, and serene curiosity. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to watch a traveler leave the neighborhood of familiar planets, drifting quietly into the infinite darkness beyond? Imagine 3I Atlas, a fragment older than Earth itself, gliding past Neptune, Pluto, and the scattered bodies of the Kuiper Belt, each silent world witnessing its departure, moving steadily into the void where sunlight barely touches, where time stretches and space seems endless. Tonight, allow yourself to drift alongside this interstellar visitor, feeling suspense, wonder, and a gentle, meditative calm as you follow its voyage. Picture yourself floating just beyond the outermost planets, watching 3I Atlas recede, the faint glow of its icy surface catching the distant sunlight, subtle jets of gas barely forming as the warmth wanes. The tail stretches faintly behind it, a delicate ribbon of particles whispering its long history. You feel the suspense of observing something leaving our familiar solar system, the thrill, not in danger, but in the quiet awe of witnessing an ancient journey continue beyond comprehension. Each curve in its path, each subtle rotation, is a gentle reminder of precision, patience, and cosmic rhythm. Astronomers continue to track it, measuring the smallest changes in brightness, rotation, and trajectory, analyzing faint traces of gas and dust, trying to decode the stories embedded in its icy surface. Did you know that the chemical compounds on 3I Atlas might hold clues about distant star systems, planets that formed and perished long before humans existed, or even the building blocks of life scattered across galaxies? Each discovery is a whisper of knowledge traveling across space and time, inviting your mind to relax, contemplate, and marvel at the scale of the universe. Imagine drifting closer in your mind, observing its surface under distant sunlight, faint ridges and depressions highlighted, subtle variations in ice and rock catching the eye. Tiny jets of sublimation appear sporadically, shifting its trajectory ever so slightly, a cosmic dance that is silent, precise, and hypnotic. The suspense here is soft and meditative, a gentle tension that keeps the imagination engaged while calming the mind. You can feel your breath sinking with the slow, deliberate motion of this interstellar traveler. Each exhale a reflection of cosmic patience, each inhale a quiet awe of mystery. Consider the poetic beauty of this journey, gliding past the solar system's edge, leaving behind faint streams of particles, chemical traces, and whispers of distant worlds. Each interaction with gravitational fields, however subtle, creates tiny ripples in its path, a delicate choreography unfolding over millions of miles. You may feel a soft thrill, imagining its navigation through this invisible landscape. Yet the suspense is calming, a lullaby of movement, a reminder that observation and reflection can coexist with curiosity and wonder. As 3I Atlas moves farther into the outer reaches, the sun becomes a faint, golden point, casting long shadows across the surface of distant Kuiper Belt objects. The jets slow, the tail stretches and fades, and the object drifts almost silently through the darkness. You can imagine the immense patience required for such a journey, the quiet resilience of a traveler that has endured billions of years, collisions and radiation, yet continues onward, teaching a gentle lesson in persistence, endurance, and the beauty of slow progress. Reflect on the scale of time and space, billions of years behind, billions more ahead, and the calm suspense of observing a story far larger than any single mind can comprehend. Each tiny motion, each subtle emission of gas, is part of a narrative that stretches across galaxies, yet unfolds gently before you. Allowing curiosity, and relaxation, you may feel a sense of stillness, as though the universe itself has slowed, inviting your mind to follow without urgency. Observing the hypnotic elegance of motion and time, imagine yourself floating farther back, watching 3I Atlas shrink into a tiny point against the backdrop of stars, the solar system fading below, planets becoming pale, distant observers, and the tail of particles stretching faintly behind like cosmic footprints. The suspense is subtle yet profound, a reminder that even as something leaves our familiar space, it continues its journey with precision, beauty, and silent grace, each detail carrying the weight of billions of years of cosmic history as you drift alongside in imagination. Notice the continued observations from Earth, the slow collection of data, the patient efforts of scientists piecing together its story. You may feel a gentle thrill imagining the discovery of chemical fingerprints, the inference of distant planetary systems, and the realization that observation allows humanity to connect with something far beyond our world. The suspense becomes meditative, a rhythm of thought and wonder that soothes the mind and encourages gentle relaxation. Soon, we will follow its trajectory into true interstellar space, beyond the influence of our sun, where sunlight barely reaches and the vacuum stretches infinitely. But for now, linger here, floating alongside 3I Atlas at the edge of our solar system, absorbing the hypnotic calm of its motion, the soft suspense of discovery, and the profound awe of witnessing a journey billions of years in the making. Let your breath flow with its glide, slow and steady, allowing the rhythm of the universe to carry you deeper into serenity, reflection, and peaceful curiosity. Have you ever imagined what it feels like to watch a traveler leave the comforting familiarity of our solar system, venturing into the endless black of interstellar space? Imagine 3I Atlas, a visitor older than Earth, gliding past the outer planets, past the faint icy bodies of the Kuiper Belt, now leaving the gravitational embrace of our sun, carrying with it billions of years of cosmic history. Its motion is silent, yet mesmerizing. Each subtle shift in trajectory, a whisper of forces invisible to human eyes. Tonight, let your imagination drift alongside this ancient traveler, feeling the hypnotic suspense, awe, and quiet reflection that comes from observing something so profoundly mysterious. Picture yourself floating just beyond the orbit of Neptune, the sun now a distant, pale point of light, casting soft rays across the faint edges of icy worlds, and you notice 3I Atlas gliding effortlessly, its surface faintly illuminated, subtle jets of gas and dust forming a delicate, almost imperceptible halo. The tail stretches behind like a ribbon of time, a record of its journey through countless star systems. Each motion is deliberate, each rotation precise, a silent symphony of movement across billions of miles, and you feel a gentle suspense as you follow it into the unknown. Astronomers continue to observe its trajectory, even as it slips beyond the planets, using sensitive instruments to detect faint traces of sublimated ice, tiny variations in brightness, and the slow spin of its ancient body. Each measurement is a whisper from another world, hinting at chemical compounds formed around distant stars, organic molecules that may have existed long before Earth itself. The suspense here is soft, meditative, drawing you into quiet curiosity and reflective awe, reminding us that the universe is vast and patient, and that even the smallest observers can witness extraordinary journeys. Imagine drifting closer in your mind, observing the surface under faint sunlight, noticing subtle cracks and irregularities, the interplay of ice and rock, the gentle eruptions of gas that nudge its path ever so slightly. The suspense is hypnotic, not startling, a quiet thrill of watching something ancient navigate unknown space with precision. Each detail becomes part of a meditative rhythm, inviting your mind to synchronize with the slow, graceful motion of the traveler, inhaling calm, exhaling curiosity, and letting awe wash gently over your consciousness. Consider the poetry of its motion as it leaves the solar system entirely, slipping past the reach of planetary gravity, moving into a region where sunlight barely touches, where distances stretch so far that time itself feels suspended. Each interaction with distant objects, each rotation, is part of an intricate ballet, a delicate choreography performed silently across the vastness of space. You may feel a gentle thrill imagining its trajectory, yet instead of excitement, your mind softens, absorbing the calm, suspense, and hypnotic rhythm of the universe. As 3I Atlas drifts farther, the tail diminishes, the sublimation slows, and the object becomes a solitary traveler in a dark, endless expanse. Its icy surface glimmers faintly against the backdrop of stars, subtle variations hinting at its complex composition, and you can sense the vast scale of its journey, stretching billions of years into the past and millions more into the future. The suspense is gentle, a soft anticipation of discovery, yet laced with serenity, as the universe allows you to follow without urgency. Observing quietly and reflectively, reflect on the scale of space it now occupies, beyond the sun's gravitational influence, where interstellar forces subtly shape its motion, where the nearest stars are light years away, yet the traveler continues steadily, patiently, across unimaginable distances. You may feel a meditative calm, imagining its solitude, the immense patience required to drift across galaxies, and the quiet poetry of existence on a scale far beyond human comprehension. The suspense becomes soothing, like the slow rise and fall of ocean waves, carrying awe and reflection in perfect harmony. Imagine floating farther back, observing Three-Eye Atlas shrink against the backdrop of countless stars. Its motion precise, elegant, and silent. The solar system now a distant glow, a familiar neighborhood fading behind it. Each particle trailing in its wake is a story, each rotation a whisper of history. And you may sense the hypnotic beauty of a journey uninterrupted by time, space, or urgency. The gentle suspense is a form of meditation, a lullaby of discovery that soothes the mind, while sparking quiet curiosity and reflective awe. As you drift alongside in imagination, notice the ongoing observations from Earth. Scientists patiently tracking its motion, measuring faint traces of ice and dust, and analyzing chemical compositions that hint at the origin of distant star systems. You may feel a soft thrill imagining these efforts, the human connection to a traveler so far away. And yet the suspense is calming, hypnotic, and meditative, a rhythm of knowledge and reflection that eases thought and invites gentle mental wandering. Soon, we will explore the mysteries of its interstellar journey, the potential encounters with distant star systems in the future, and the subtle stories carried by its ancient surface. But for now, linger here, floating alongside Three-Eye Atlas as it enters true interstellar space, feeling the hypnotic rhythm of its motion, the soft suspense of quiet discovery, and the profound awe of witnessing a story billions of years in the making. Let your breath match its glide, slow and steady, allowing the universe's silent rhythm to carry you deeper into relaxation, reflection, and serene curiosity. Have you ever imagined what it would feel like to watch a solitary traveler glide through the silent void between stars, carrying with it the frozen memories of distant worlds? Imagine Three-Eye Atlas, drifting beyond the reach of our solar system, moving into the vast emptiness of interstellar space, where light is dim, distances are immense, and time stretches in ways our minds can hardly comprehend. Tonight, allow yourself to follow this ancient traveler, feeling the gentle suspense, awe, and hypnotic calm that comes from observing a journey that transcends human scale. Picture yourself floating alongside it, drifting in the quiet darkness. Stars scattered like distant lanterns across the cosmic expanse. Three-Eye Atlas, moving with patience and grace, each rotation revealing subtle details on its icy surface, faint ridges and cracks catching the dim starlight, tiny jets of sublimated gas forming delicate, ghostly trails, stretching behind like soft threads of history. The suspense is gentle yet persistent, a quiet fascination as you watch this object continue a journey billions of years in the making. Each motion, hypnotically precise, astronomers and scientists continue to speculate about its path, analyzing subtle data to understand its composition, its origin, and its potential future. Did you know that the trajectory of Three-Eye Atlas may bring it close to distant star systems in the future, passing through regions of interstellar space that may contain remnants of ancient planetary systems, cosmic dust, or even faint interstellar clouds? Each piece of data collected is a whisper across time and space, inviting curiosity, reflection, and gentle awe. As if the universe itself is speaking softly, imagine drifting closer in your mind, observing the tiny eruptions of gas and dust that occasionally emerge from its surface, small yet mesmerizing movements that slightly alter its spin and trajectory. The suspense here is hypnotic, a slow, deliberate unfolding of information. Not alarming but profoundly engaging, drawing your mind into quiet observation. Each detail, each faint reflection of distant starlight, becomes part of a meditative rhythm, a cosmic lullaby that slows thought and encourages relaxation. Consider the poetic beauty of its interstellar voyage, gliding silently past unseen regions, interacting with gravity fields from passing stars, and navigating the invisible web of interstellar material. Its path is determined by forces both subtle and immense, a delicate dance across unimaginable distances. You may feel a soft thrill, imagining the potential encounters it might have with interstellar dust clouds or unseen objects. Yet instead of tension, a gentle calm washes over you, the suspense transforming into a hypnotic meditation as 3I Atlas drifts farther from the sun. The faint tail of ice and dust stretches almost imperceptibly, a whisper of its former interaction with sunlight, now a subtle trace of its journey through the inner solar system. You can imagine the molecules frozen in its surface, some formed around distant stars, others shaped by cosmic collisions, each carrying stories older than human history. The suspense is quiet, reflective, and soothing, a hypnotic invitation to contemplate the vast scales of time and space. Imagine floating farther back, observing the interstellar traveler against a backdrop of countless distant stars, each point of light a potential home for planets and worlds. And yet 3I Atlas moves alone, patient and precise, a solitary messenger of cosmic history. Its motion is hypnotically slow, each rotation, each tiny jet, a part of a rhythm you can almost feel. The gentle suspense of its journey, drawing your thoughts into calm reflection and serene curiosity. Reflect on the profound solitude of its voyage, billions of years of silent motion, billions of miles traversed, and yet each movement is purposeful. Each change in rotation or trajectory a subtle interaction with the cosmos. The suspense becomes meditative, the thrill of observation replaced by calm awareness, a sense that even in the vast emptiness there is order, beauty, and quiet wonder. You may notice your own breathing synchronizing with the slow glide of the traveler, soft, steady, and deeply relaxing. Imagine drifting still farther back, the solar system now a distant glow behind, the planets reduced to faint points of light, and 3I Atlas moving silently into true interstellar space, each particle trailing behind, each faint glimmer of ice and dust, is a record of past encounters, chemical reactions, and collisions, a story billions of years in the making. The suspense here is subtle yet hypnotic, a lullaby of discovery and reflection, carrying your mind gently into awe and calm as you float alongside in imagination. Consider the potential future of this interstellar traveler, passing by distant stars, wandering through regions of the galaxy yet unseen, and carrying its ancient history into the far reaches of space. The suspense is hypnotic, a quiet meditation on time, space, and the resilience of matter across billions of years. Each faint rotation, each tiny jet of sublimated gas, a soft reminder that the universe moves with rhythm, precision, and quiet beauty. Soon, we will follow it even farther, imagining its journey across the galaxy, potential interactions with distant interstellar clouds, and the poetic significance of a traveler that bridges billions of years and light years. But for now, linger here, drifting alongside 3I Atlas in the vast quiet of interstellar space, absorbing the hypnotic rhythm of its motion, the gentle suspense of cosmic mystery, and the profound awe of witnessing a story billions of years in the making. Let your breath flow in sync with its glide, soft and steady, allowing the universe to carry your mind into reflection, calm, and serene curiosity. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to follow a traveler as it glides through the empty stretches between stars, encountering nothing but the subtle traces of interstellar matter? Imagine 3I Atlas, a solitary voyager older than Earth itself, moving deeper into the vastness of space, past regions where sunlight is faint and where the darkness stretches endlessly to night. Let your mind drift alongside this cosmic traveler, feeling the hypnotic suspense and meditative calm as it journeys through realms few have ever imagined. Picture yourself floating just beyond the outer edges of the solar system, observing 3I Atlas as it continues its silent glide, its icy surface catching the faint glimmer of distant stars, delicate jets of gas occasionally forming, stretching behind it like faint ribbons of time. The tail narrows now, subtle but persistent, and you can sense the suspense in every small motion, a quiet thrill of observing something ancient and patient. Each rotation and each slight change in trajectory, a whisper of the forces acting invisibly across the void. Astronomers and theorists consider the paths it might take, imagining its encounters with sparse interstellar clouds, faint cosmic dust, or remnants of distant star systems. Each tiny particle it passes could gently nudge its motion, creating infinitesimal changes that scientists can only detect with great patience. Did you know that these subtle interactions may slightly alter the spin of 3I Atlas, or even the trajectory of the tiniest jets of gas? Each new detail observed is a quiet revelation, a soft suspense that invites meditative reflection and awe. Imagine drifting closer in your mind, observing faint features along the icy surface, the delicate ridges and cracks formed over billions of years, faint glimmers of minerals catching distant starlight, subtle sublimation jets nudging its path. The suspense is hypnotic, not alarming, a slow, deliberate unfolding of cosmic mystery. Each detail becomes part of a meditative rhythm, a cosmic lullaby, slowing the mind and encouraging gentle curiosity. Consider the poetic beauty of its journey through interstellar space, moving among invisible forces, past particles left behind by ancient supernova, weaving delicately through unseen regions where gravity and radiation subtly interact with its motion. Each influence is soft yet meaningful, shaping its path imperceptibly, a silent dance that continues across unimaginable distances. You may feel a gentle thrill imagining these interactions, yet instead of tension, your mind softens, absorbing calm awe and the hypnotic rhythm of the cosmos. As 3I Atlas glides farther from the sun, sunlight fades almost entirely, the jets of gas become minimal, and the tail stretches faintly behind like a whisper of a story that began billions of years ago. You can imagine molecules on its surface, ancient and unaltered, carrying information about distant star systems, collisions, and chemical reactions that occurred long before life existed on Earth. The suspense here is soft, reflective, and soothing, a gentle anticipation of discovery while allowing calm meditation to take over. Imagine floating farther back, seeing the tiny interstellar traveler against a backdrop of countless distant stars, each a potential sun for unknown worlds. 3. The first atlas, moving steadily, patient and precise, solitary yet connected to the forces of the universe. Its motion hypnotic, each rotation, each faint plume of gas, a rhythm you can feel as a gentle pull on your own awareness. The suspense transforming into calm fascination and reflective serenity. Reflect on the vastness it now occupies, billions of miles from our sun, drifting among sparse, interstellar clouds, encountering dust, cosmic rays, and the faint pull of distant stars. Each encounter is subtle, yet meaningful, shaping the slow, deliberate journey of this ancient traveler. You may feel a meditative calm imagining its patience, resilience, and the poetry of its solitary glide. The suspense is hypnotic, a quiet invitation to follow, reflect, and relax. Absorbing the beauty of time and space, imagine drifting even farther back, watching 3I Atlas shrink into a faint point against the canvas of the galaxy. The tail of particles barely visible, the solar system a dim glow behind it. Each motion is a story, each rotation a whisper of history, and you may sense the hypnotic beauty of its voyage, a lullaby of time, motion, and quiet awe. The suspense is gentle yet profound, a slow unfolding of mystery that relaxes the mind and encourages meditative curiosity. As you drift alongside in imagination, consider its potential future, wandering between star systems, passing through faint clouds of interstellar material, and carrying its ancient history across billions of miles. The suspense becomes hypnotic, a soft meditation on cosmic scale, time, and solitude. Each faint emission, each rotation, is a reminder that even in vast emptiness, motion, precision, and beauty persist, guiding your thoughts into gentle reflection, calm curiosity, and serene awareness. Soon, we will explore its continued path through the galaxy, the subtle interactions with interstellar phenomena, and the poetic reflections that arise from observing such a traveler across billions of years. But for now, linger here, floating alongside 3I Atlas in the quiet expanses of interstellar space, absorbing the hypnotic rhythm of its glide, the gentle suspense of observation, and the profound awe of witnessing a story that stretches beyond comprehension. Let your breath follow its motion, slow and steady, allowing the universe to carry your mind deeper into serenity, reflection, and peaceful curiosity. Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to follow a traveler not just leaving our solar system, but venturing into the uncharted vastness of the galaxy? Imagine 3I Atlas, gliding silently through interstellar space, untouched by planets, carrying with it icy memories of ancient star systems, drifting past invisible clouds of cosmic dust and faint radiation from stars long gone. Tonight, allow your imagination to drift alongside this interstellar voyager, feeling hypnotic suspense, and a meditative calm as you follow a story billions of years in the making. Picture yourself floating beside it, watching the faint glimmer of its icy surface in the darkness of space. Tiny jets of gas occasionally forming, stretching behind it in delicate ribbons of frozen history. The stars around you twinkle softly, distant suns whose light takes years, decades, or centuries to reach this quiet traveler. The suspense is subtle yet persistent, a gentle anticipation of what secrets this ancient visitor carries. Each rotation, each slight wobble of its trajectory, a soft rhythm that invites reflection and calm curiosity. Scientists imagine the interactions it might have with faint interstellar matter, the clouds of hydrogen and dust drifting slowly through the galaxy. Each encounter is imperceptible yet significant, subtly nudging its path, shaping its rotation, and influencing the faint emissions of ice and gas. Did you know that even a single encounter with a dense cloud of interstellar material could alter the trajectory slightly? A whisper of cosmic influence that may go unnoticed for millennia. Each subtle interaction is a story, a quiet suspense that unfolds slowly and gently in the vast silence. Imagine drifting closer in your mind, observing the faint surface features illuminated by distant starlight, the subtle ridges, depressions, and cracks that hint at its violent history and ancient origins. The sublimation of gas is minimal now, creating only the faintest halo. Yet it is mesmerizing, a hypnotic reminder of motion, persistence, and resilience. Each rotation, each tiny plume, is part of a gentle cosmic rhythm that soothes the mind, invites curiosity, and encourages meditative reflection. Consider the poetic beauty of its voyage, moving silently among unseen gravitational forces, past tiny particles of interstellar dust through invisible streams of radiation, each influencing its motion imperceptibly yet meaningfully. The suspense here is meditative, not alarming, a soft thrill of observing an ancient traveler navigating invisible obstacles with quiet elegance. You may feel a sense of calm fascination, your thoughts slowing, aligning with the patient rhythm of a journey that spans galaxies and billions of years. As 3I Atlas drifts farther into the galaxy, the faint glow of its icy surface catches distant starlight, revealing subtle variations in color, texture, and reflection. Each particle trailing behind tells a story of collisions, chemical transformations, and cosmic journeys. And you can feel the suspense of these unfolding mysteries, not as tension, but as gentle curiosity, a hypnotic invitation to observe slowly, reflect, and relax. The universe stretches endlessly around you, yet the motion of this traveler provides a comforting rhythm, a lullaby of science and wonder. Imagine floating farther back, watching 3I Atlas shrink against the backdrop of countless stars, a solitary point gliding silently, yet every movement purposeful, precise, and elegant. Its path takes it through regions where starlight is faint and interstellar clouds sparse, and you can sense the immense patience of its journey. The suspense here is gentle and profound, a soft awareness of scale, time, and distance. As your mind aligns with the hypnotic rhythm of motion, curiosity, and quiet awe, reflect on the solitude of its journey. Billions of years traversed, collisions endured, and yet each rotation, each faint jet of gas, continues unhurried, and deliberate. The suspense becomes meditative, a gentle anticipation that encourages reflection, calm and serene fascination. As you imagine drifting alongside it, your own breath aligns with the slow glide, inhaling curiosity, exhaling calm, following the rhythm of a traveler older than humanity, drifting through uncharted cosmic realms. Imagine the ongoing potential encounters it may have, passing near faint stars, brushing against unseen interstellar objects, or gliding through clouds of dust and cosmic gas. Each interaction subtle, imperceptible, yet contributing to the long, elegant story of its motion. The suspense is hypnotic, a soft dance between anticipation and calm, as if the universe itself is orchestrating a lullaby, inviting your mind to float, relax, and reflect. Picture yourself floating farther back, observing the galaxies stretching endlessly in all directions. 3. The first atlas, a tiny yet deliberate point of motion, carrying ancient secrets, icy memories, and whispers of distant star systems. Each rotation, each faint emission, is a note in a cosmic melody that soothes the mind, calms the body, and encourages a gentle, meditative state. The suspense is subtle yet persistent, a hypnotic rhythm of awe and curiosity, carrying you toward reflective serenity. Soon, we will follow its journey even deeper into interstellar space, imagining the vast distances it will traverse, the unseen objects, and the meditative reflections inspired by observing such a solitary, patient traveler. But for now, linger here, floating alongside 3 IATLAS, absorbing the hypnotic rhythm of its glide, the gentle suspense of its interstellar path, and the profound awe of witnessing a story billions of years in the making. Let your breath follow its motion, slow and steady, allowing the universe to carry your mind deeper into calm reflection and peaceful curiosity. Have you ever imagined drifting alongside a traveler that has existed longer than Earth itself, gliding silently through the infinite darkness of the galaxy, carrying ancient secrets and chemical memories of worlds long vanished? Imagine 3I Atlas moving steadily beyond the outer reaches of interstellar space, past faint cosmic dust, sparse clouds of hydrogen, and invisible streams of radiation, its icy surface glimmering faintly under the distant light of stars. Tonight, let your mind drift with it, feeling hypnotic suspense, awe, and a meditative calm as you follow a journey that transcends time, space, and comprehension. Picture yourself floating beside it, observing the subtle features of its surface, delicate cracks, ridges, and smooth, icy plains, each a relic of ancient collisions. Each faint jet of sublimated gas traces a gentle path behind it, forming a soft, almost imperceptible tail that stretches into the void. The stars around you are scattered like distant lanterns, silent witnesses to this solitary journey. The suspense is gentle yet persistent, a hypnotic draw of curiosity as you watch a story billions of years in the making unfold. Astronomers theorize about the encounters it might have in its distant voyage, drifting past interstellar clouds, faint rogue planets, or the remnants of destroyed star systems. Each subtle gravitational nudge, every encounter with dust or cosmic rays, can slightly alter its rotation or trajectory, shaping a story invisible to the naked eye. Did you know that even a tiny particle of interstellar dust could cause measurable changes in the motion of 3I Atlas over millennia. Each moment, each interaction is a whisper across space and time, drawing your mind into gentle reflection, curiosity, and awe. Imagine drifting closer in your mind, observing its icy surface as faint starlight illuminates subtle textures that hint at chemical diversity, hints of organic compounds, silicate dust, and traces of ancient interstellar chemistry. The sublimation is minimal now, creating only soft, fleeting plumes, yet hypnotically mesmerizing, a rhythm that synchronizes with your breath and calms your mind. Each rotation, each delicate emission of gas, is part of a cosmic lullaby, a soft, gentle rhythm that slows thought and encourages meditative relaxation. Consider the poetic beauty of its journey across interstellar space, gliding silently through the invisible lattice of gravitational fields, past faint stellar remnants, weaving delicately through regions of low density, where sunlight is barely perceptible. Each nudge, each subtle alteration in trajectory, is a quiet testament to the precision of natural forces. The suspense here is soft, a gentle thrill that draws your attention without urgency, a hypnotic awareness of the patience and elegance inherent in the universe. As 3I Atlas drifts farther, the faint halo of particles trailing behind diminishes, and the icy surface glows softly under distant starlight. You can imagine the molecules frozen on its surface, remnants of star systems older than humanity, each carrying secrets of formation, destruction, and cosmic evolution. The suspense becomes soothing, not alarming, a quiet invitation to contemplate the vast scales of time, distance, and motion, allowing your mind to settle into calm observation. Imagine floating farther back, seeing 3I Atlas shrink into a solitary point against the infinite backdrop of stars, the galaxy stretching endlessly around it. A faint trail of particles hints at past encounters and motions, a story billions of years in the making. Each rotation, each subtle jet of gas, adds to the hypnotic rhythm, a gentle lullaby for the mind. The suspense is subtle yet profound, a meditative anticipation of discoveries beyond comprehension, encouraging reflection, serenity, and calm. Reflect on the vast solitude it now inhabits, billions of miles from any star, drifting through interstellar space where encounters are rare but meaningful, each small influence shaping the long-term path of this ancient traveler. The suspense becomes reflective and hypnotic, a soft tension transformed into calm curiosity, a lullaby of awe and gentle wonder. As your imagination drifts alongside, your own breath slows, matching the rhythm of its silent glide, soft and steady, drawing you into a serene, meditative state. Imagine the possible interactions it may encounter in the far reaches of the galaxy, passing near faint, unobserved stars, brushing against interstellar clouds, or traveling through regions shaped by ancient supernova. Each interaction imperceptible, yet significant over millennia. The suspense is hypnotic, a slow unfolding of possibility, a lullaby of cosmic motion and quiet anticipation that engages your mind without urgency, soothing thought and encouraging reflective curiosity. Picture floating even farther back, observing 3I Atlas as it becomes a tiny point of motion amidst the countless stars of the galaxy. Each rotation, each faint sublimation plume, a delicate note in a cosmic symphony. Its solitary glide is precise, elegant, and patient, and you feel the hypnotic rhythm of its motion, the soft suspense of its journey, and the gentle awe of witnessing a story billions of years in the making. Each detail is a meditation on patience, scale, and the beauty of the universe. Soon, we will imagine its journey through distant galactic regions, exploring encounters with sparse cosmic structures, theoretical observations of unknown phenomena, and reflections on what it teaches us about perspective, patience, and cosmic time. But for now, linger here, floating alongside 3I Atlas in the far reaches of interstellar space, absorbing the hypnotic rhythm of its glide, the gentle suspense of discovery, and the profound awe of following a traveler that carries the secrets of billions of years. Let your breath flow with its motion, slow and steady, allowing the universe to guide your mind deeper into calm reflection and peaceful curiosity.